of energy and feeling. Rightly hast thou explained these things, O Father mine. Now give me further teaching as to those. For thou hast said somewhere that science and that art do constitute the rational's energy. But now thou sayest that the irrational lives, through deprivation of the rational, are called irrational. According to this reasoning, therefore, it follows of necessity that the irrational lives are without any share in science or in art, through deprivation of the rational. It follows of necessity, my son. How, then, O Father, do we see some of irrational creatures using both intelligence and art? The ants, for instance, storing their food for winter, and in like fashion, too, the creatures of the air building their nests, and the four-footed beasts each knowing their own holes. These things they do, O son, neither by science nor by art, but by the force of nature. Science and art are teachable. But none of these irrationals is taught a thing. Things done by nature are so done by reason of the general energy of things. Things done by art and science are achieved by those who know, and not by all. Things done by all are brought into activity by nature. For instance, all look up to heaven. But all are not musicians, or are all archers, or hunters, or the rest. But some of them have learned one thing. Others another thing, science and art being active in them. In the same way, if some ants only did this thing, and others not, thou wouldst have rightly said they acted by the light of science, and stored their food by means of art. But if they all without distinction are driven by their nature to do this, though it may be against their will, 'tis plain they do not do it or by science or by art. For these energies, though in themselves they are incorporeal, are found in bodies, and act through bodies. Wherefore, O in that they are incorporeal, thou sayest that they are immortal. But, in so far as without bodies they cannot manifest activity, I say that they are ever in a body. Things once called into being for some purpose, or some cause, things that come under providence and fate, can never stay inactive of their proper energy. For that which is, shall ever be. For that this being is the very body and the life of it. It follows from this reason, then, that these are always bodies. Wherefore I say that bodying itself is an eternal exercise of energy. If bodies are on earth, they're subject unto dissolution. Yet must these ever be on earth to serve as places and as organs for the energies. The energies, however, are immortal, and the immortal is eternally, that is, that body-making, if it ever is energy. The energies accompany the soul, though not appearing all at once. Some of them energize the man the moment that he's born, united with the soul round its irrational parts. Whereas the purer ones, with change of age, co-operate with the soul's rational part. But all these energies depend on bodies. From godly bodies they descend to mortal frames, these body-making energies. Each one of them is ever active, either around the body or the soul. Yea, they are active with the soul itself without a body. They are forever in activity. The soul, however, is not forever in a mortal body, for it can be without the body. Whereas the energies can never be without the bodies. This is a sacred saying Logos, sun body apart from soul cannot persist. Its being can. What dost thou mean, O Father mine? Thus understand it, When soul leaves body, body itself remains. But even the body so abandoned, as long as it remains, is in activity, being broken up and made to disappear. For body without the exercise of energy could not experience these things. This energy, accordingly, continues with the body when the soul has gone. This, therefore, is the difference of an immortal body and a mortal one, that the immortal doth consist of a one single matter, but this body does not. The former's active, and the latter's passive. For everything that maketh active is the stronger. And everything that is made active is the weaker. The stronger, too, being in authority and free, doth lead. The weaker follows as a slave. The energies, then, energize not only bodies that are ensouled, but also bodies unensouled. Stocks, stones, and all such things. Both making them to grow, and to bear fruits, and ripening them, dissolving, melting, rotting and crumbling them, and setting up in them all like activities which bodies without souls can undergo. For energy's the name, O son, For just the thing that's going on, that is becoming. And many things needs must forever be becoming. Nay, rather, all things must. For never is cosmos bereft of any of existent things, but being born for I in its own